Hello, how are you? And if you are not feeling so great today, I hope that by the end of this video, you'll feel a little lighter, a little more at ease. I am Nasreen, and today I'm joined by Masumi from Alabama. She's the head of our US chapter of the Japan Reiki Association.
Hello, everyone.
As you know, on this channel, we talk about Reiki, energy healing, and how to return to yourself with more peace, clarity, and connection. And today we are doing something special. The questions Masumi is going to ask were originally asked in Japanese to Yoko, the president of the Japan Reiki Association. These are the kinds of questions people all over the world have about Reiki, what it really is, who can learn it, whether it's spiritual, strange, or practical. So we decided, Masumi and I, to bring these same 10 questions into English, with Masumi asking and me responding in place of Yoko. So if you are curious, unsure, or just quietly searching for answers, this conversation is for you. So, Masumi, shall we begin?
Yes, let's start. Question one. First, what is Reiki? How would you explain it to someone who doesn't know anything about it?
Hmm. When someone asks me what Reiki is, I like to keep it very simple. Reiki is life energy, the energy that exists in and around all living things. In Japanese, there is a word many people know, genki, Masumi, right?
Yes, exactly. Ki is the energy part in the word Genki.
When someone says, I'm genki, it means they feel well and full of life. And that ki, that energy is the same ki in Reiki. So, Reiki isn't something strange or new. It's the natural life force that helps us breathe, grow, heal, and stay alive. Practicing Reiki just means learning how to connect with that energy and let it flow through your hands to support yourself or someone else.
Thank you. Okay. Question two. Can ordinary people really learn Reiki? Or do you need a spiritual talent?
This is one of the most common questions, and I understand why people ask it. A lot of people think Reiki is only for gifted healers or people with special abilities, but the truth is, anyone can learn it. Reiki isn't about having a power, it's about reconnecting to something we're already born with. When you take a class, you are shown how to tune in and use that energy again, like being given the radio frequency so you can receive and send clearly. At first, just like learning piano, driving, or cooking, you need a little practice to get comfortable. But you don't need to be psychic, spiritual, or chosen to do Reiki. Right, Masumi?
Yeah, even someone who thinks they're just normal can learn it.
Absolutely. You don't need talent, just curiosity and a willingness to practice. Reiki grows the more you use it.
Thank you. Okay, Nasrin, question three. Is Reiki a religion or something spiritual? So people think it's strange or scary. What would you say to them?
I hear that a lot,
Hmm.
especially from people who are curious but unsure. Reiki is not a religion, and you don't have to believe in anything to receive it or learn it. The word Reiki is Japanese, and Rei and Ki are all terms that describe sacred or natural life energy. In
Mhm.
Japan, people have always used the word Ki in everyday language. You hear it all the time in Japanese, right, Masumi?
Yes, we use word with ki every day, like genki, tenki, kiotsukeru.
So I could say, Masumi genki.
Genki, Natsurin-san genki?
Hi, genki desu. And that's our normal conversation, right? So, what happened is outside Japan, people saw Reiki being used for healing and sometimes mixed it up with spiritual groups. That created confusion. But Reiki itself doesn't belong to any religion. It's more like learning how to use the life energy that already exists in the body and the world around us. You can believe in God or no God and still practice Reiki. It's like breathing, no one owns it.
Thank you. Question 4. After someone learns Reiki, how can they use it in daily life, like at home or work? What are some easy ways people actually use it?
Once someone learns Reiki, the first thing we tell them is don't wait for a perfect moment. Use it in everyday situations. The simplest way is with your hands. If your child has a stomach ache, or your partner has a headache, or your own shoulders feel tight, just place your hands there and let the energy flow. You don't need a treatment table or a quiet room. People also use Reiki while resting, before sleeping, after work, or even watching TV. I've had students who treat their pets, their knees, or their lower backs while sitting on the couch. And there are fun everyday uses too: food, drinks, plants. Some people give Reiki to their tea or water or to flowers at home.
Mhm.
And I know, Masumi, you've done that too. Absolutely, right?
Yes, I use it for my family and even when I'm tired.
E- Exactly. It
Mhm.
becomes a part of daily life. You don't have to set the mood or do something big. A few minutes here or there is already helpful.
Thank you. Question 5. Do people learn Reiki mainly to help others or for themselves? Which one is it really for?
Most people come to Reiki because they want to help someone, a child, a partner, a parent, a pet.
Mhm.
And that care is beautiful. But what often surprises them is that Reiki actually begins with the self. If I'm tired, stressed, or emotionally heavy, it affects how I care for others. So when we say first yourself, in my case, me first with a smile, it's not selfish. It simply means I fill my own cup so I can give from a place of fullness, not depletion. When your mind, your feelings, and your actions are aligned, Reiki flows easily. If I'm trying to help someone, but inside I'm rushed or resentful, the energy doesn't move the same way.
Mhm.
But when I'm present and truly willing, it works beautifully. I absolutely know, Masumi, that you agree with this 100%. You felt it too, right?
Yes, when I come, Reiki feels stronger.
So Reiki is for both, but it starts with you. When you take care of yourself first, helping
Mhm.
others becomes natural and joyful. And that brings us to the end of part one. I hope these first five questions have already brought you clarity or maybe even a little relief. Each teacher in the Japan Reiki Association has their own way of explaining things, but in the end, we all arrive at the same understanding. Reiki is something anyone can learn, and it begins with you. In part two, we'll continue with the remaining five questions, including how to use Reiki for emotions, busy schedules, fear, and even healing. If you feel drawn to learn, You don't have to figure it out alone. We have teachers all over the world, including Masumi in Alabama, where she teaches Reiki in a place that feels like a retreat surrounded by trees, water, and stillness. Her weekend classes are like a reset for the soul. You'll find a link in the description where you can explore certified instructors and connect with someone near you. When you're ready, join us in part two. Your Reiki journey might begin sooner than you think. Thank you and goodbye.
Hi, thank you.